You had to deal with bruises and bumps, and you may have had doubts over a few different months. But to snap and sink yet come back from the brink, no one has a right to assume that you're done. The fact that you're here makes that massively clear, and the battle for first has been the standard for years. You're here for your country like everybody else. You're here to compete and get medals on the shelf. To be an athlete is a story of resilience. Paralympians aren't just ordinary civilians. As we stepped into 92 properly, wheelchair tennis became less of a novelty. In Spain, it became a full medal sport, and Brad Parks was the icon to strengthen his cause. We didn't focus on his caps, but on what he could do. Him and Randy Snow were the ones we could look to. But as wheelchair tennis was coming to prominence, so was the idea of the Dutch being dominant. This was the start of a golden generation. Mollier and Schmidt offered hope and elation. But Sydney 2000 is where things really sprouted. Invincible Esther was the kid in the center. Not one set lost as she came to the fore. Like her swipe of a racket was the greatest of all. The games have always given space to those who had to overcome their greatest woes. Like when quad tennis earned a spot for inclusion to represent those who got lost in the blueprint. But let's move on to Shingo, the hero we needed, who left the doubles in Athens undefeated. 45 Grand Slams, he left 3 games as a champ. Now here in Tokyo, he's the face of Japan. And we saw a great thing when we flew to Beijing, where Taylor and Wagner accrued great wins. But in the arena, Pete was the leader, defending the gold he won in Athena. And the government declared their unity for the impaired community, catering facilities to the less abled more suitably. Then London's abundance made the other games redundant. Focusing less on Paralympians taking losses, the onus would be on their athletic achievement, not how they overcame a bad set of grievance. So when Esther got the 4.70, no one could doubt how she became a hero. 2 million people then witnessed the sequel. Rio was buzzing as heroes were coming, and the basketball king fancied a change. Tennis brought Dylan Alcott back to the games. But why switch sports? Why live through the trouble? I guess he has a thing for gold singles and doubles. But in Tokyo, watch out for the golden girl, the group the #1 player in the whole of the world. She's already earned her place on the ladder, but Komiji might have a say in the matter. I often think about their circumstances and how adversity never hurt their chances. And there's someone out there in need of these heroes to help them achieve and swell their belief. That even if you suffer in the realm of defeat, there are comrades to offer you a welcome relief. The Paralympics is what we all chase first, and you can be the hero you always were. Just give it your best as you go for the line, and make sure to own it when the moment arrives.